Malaysia is a country that often surprises travelers and expats alike. When people talk about the cheapest places to live in the world, Malaysia isn't always the first one that comes up. Yet, for many, it stands out as one of the most affordable and dynamic destinations. But there's more to Malaysia than what meets the eye. Let's break down what they don't tell you about Malaysia, and why it might just be the cheapest country to live in for travelers and expats alike. 1. The cost of living isn't just low, it's incredibly affordable. We hear it often, Malaysia is cheap. But what does that really mean? Sure, housing is affordable, food is inexpensive, and transportation doesn't burn a hole in your pocket, but there's an underlying reason for that. In Malaysia, you get more value for your money than in many other places. For example, a simple meal at a local hawker stall can cost as little as $2 to $3 USD, and that meal will be flavorful and filling. Compare that to countries like the United States or the UK, where even street food can cost a lot more. Affordable rent is another hidden gem in Malaysia. In major cities like Kuala Lumpur, you can rent a modern one-bedroom apartment for as little as $300 to $500 USD per month. And if you move to smaller cities or towns like Penang or Ipoh, rents drop even further. 2. Healthcare, it's exceptional, and it won't break the bank. When people think of affordable countries, they may not immediately think of healthcare. But Malaysia boasts one of the best healthcare systems in Asia, and it's also one of the most affordable. Private hospitals are world-class, with doctors trained in countries like the US and the UK. A simple consultation with a doctor may cost around $10 to $20 USD, while a major procedure or surgery might cost a fraction of what you'd pay in Western countries. For example, dental care in Malaysia is well known for its high standards and reasonable prices. A dental cleaning could cost around $20 to $30 USD, while dental implants might be half the price of what you'd pay in the West. Many expats flock to Malaysia for medical tourism, taking advantage of these affordable services without sacrificing quality. And with no long waiting times for treatment, it's easy to see why. 3. Public transportation, fast, convenient, and cheap. Public transportation in Malaysia is another surprising factor that adds to the country's affordability. Major cities like Kuala Lumpur have an extensive and efficient public transport system, from the LRT, light rail transit, to buses and the MRT, mass rapid transit. A single trip on the LRT costs only about 50 cents to $1, and you can buy a monthly pass for less than $30. So whether you're commuting to work or exploring the city, public transport offers a budget-friendly solution. And even if you prefer using taxis or rideshare apps like Grab, it's still much cheaper than in other parts of the world. A short ride across town may only cost $3 to $5 USD. No wonder expats find living in Malaysia a breeze when it comes to moving around. 4. A diverse culinary paradise, for less than a latte. One of the greatest joys of living in Malaysia is the food. Malaysia's culinary scene is incredibly diverse, thanks to its mix of Malay, Chinese, Indian, and other ethnic influences. From delicious street food to upscale dining, you can satisfy every craving at an affordable price. For instance, a tasty nasi lemak, coconut rice with sambal, eggs and fried chicken, can be found for as little as $2 at a hawker stall. Similarly, roti canai, Indian flatbread with curry sauce, might only cost you $1. Even when you eat at upscale restaurants, the prices are still relatively low, especially compared to Western standards. And let's not forget the drinks. A cup of local coffee or tea, kopi or teh tarik, typically costs around $1. With such affordable food options, it's easy to live like royalty without breaking the bank. 5. The expat lifestyle, cheaper than you think. While Malaysia is an affordable destination for locals, it's equally budget-friendly for expats. If you're thinking of retiring or relocating here, you'll find that the cost of living is far less than in many Western countries. Renting an apartment, dining out, and enjoying leisure activities all come at a fraction of the cost compared to places like New York, London, or Sydney. Many expats enjoy a lifestyle of comfort and leisure while spending less than they would in their home countries. Even luxury experiences, like staying in 5-star resorts, going on private tours, or enjoying spa treatments, are priced much more reasonably here than in many Western destinations. 6. Stunning nature, outdoor activities, and adventure, for almost no cost. Malaysia is home to some of the most beautiful natural landscapes in the world, and the best part? Many of them are free to explore. From tropical rainforests to pristine beaches, there's a wealth of natural beauty to enjoy without spending much money. Hiking in places like Taman Negara National Park or exploring the islands of Langkawi doesn't cost much. In fact, many national parks have an entry fee as low as $5. Scuba diving in places like the Perhentian Islands, Sipadon, and Langtenga is also relatively affordable compared to other diving destinations around the world. With crystal clear waters and rich marine life, these destinations are truly a diver's paradise. 7. What they don't tell you, Malaysia's hidden costs. Now, all of this sounds like a dream, right? But here's the catch. While Malaysia is cheap, it's important to be aware of certain hidden costs that might sneak up on you. The first is alcohol. While food is cheap, alcohol can be significantly more expensive due to taxes and import duties. If you enjoy a drink or two, be prepared to spend a bit more. A pint of beer at a bar can cost anywhere from $3 to $5 USD, which is still cheap compared to Western standards but might be surprising to some. Second, the cost of private education or international schools can be high for families with children. While there are many good public schools in Malaysia, expat families often prefer international schools, which come with hefty tuition fees. Lastly, while healthcare is affordable, it's important to have good insurance, especially if you're planning to stay long-term. Health insurance premiums can vary, so it's a good idea to shop around and choose the best coverage for your needs. Conclusion: the cheapest country? Maybe. But it's definitely incredible. Malaysia's affordability doesn't just stop at the low prices, it extends to the quality of life. From excellent healthcare to diverse food, efficient transportation, and stunning natural beauty, it's easy to see why so many people consider Malaysia to be the cheapest country in the world. So, if you're looking for a place where you can live well without draining your bank account, Malaysia should be at the top of your list. Just don't forget about the hidden costs, and be sure to enjoy everything this incredible country has to offer, without breaking the bank.